Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the week of November 20th. This week, we're just going to jump right in here, Cancer. You have this wheel card. It says endings and beginnings. You have this birds card. It says news and messages on it. So this is going to be in your current general energies, and you could be receiving news, obviously. And look, you have another card of news right here, the judgment card, which is like a card of getting answers or, kind of some sort of wake-up call coming in for you. So I would definitely be paying attention to any communications, or if you're getting important messages, then I would pay attention. It seems to me, with the High Priestess, that you could be getting answers on something that is a mystery to you. We are in a time of mystery, I believe. So, and I encourage people to look into mysteries as well, because we could find, there's like a billion reasons why, really, but, we can find a lot of like answers that will make us more successful. We can find new directions that we need to move in life. Pretty much everything you can think of. But again, we have to embrace the mystery, and usually this mystery shows up in our life by, us becoming maybe interested in a new topic or a new idea, or we become inspired to move in a new direction, and it's just mysterious. We just have no clue what is on the other side of that, closed door. So I kind of feel that this reading is clearly saying, it's time for you to open the door. We see that right here with the judgment card. On the judgment card, these people are standing in coffins. Inside the coffin is their old life. Outside the coffin is their new life. This reading is calling you to step into your new life. And it's something that's maybe been a mystery to you. I kind of have like a million things popping into my head, really. I mean, it is general reading. So, what I'd say is, like, for some of you, this could be a job. Maybe you've been trying to get a job and now you're finally getting approval. Or you're getting, in interviews, or something is happening, right, with this card. Maybe you've been looking for love. And, clearly, if you're looking for love, this looks pretty good. You go to the Page of Cups, Two of Cups here. This is all showing up in the area of the good stuff. And so, I feel like there could be love clearly coming in for you. The High Priestess is about kind of trusting your intuition, of course. And so I do feel you need to trust your intuition. But I really feel over everything else, you need to trust your feelings at this time with the Queen of Cups. We'll talk about that in a minute. But she also has, I think what's important for you on the High Priestess is that she has this crown right here. It represents 3 stages of the moon. And it kind of represents the fact that she sees the beginning, middle, and end of every situation before it happens in her life. That means, but she's not doing this necessarily intuitively. She is visualizing how she wants her future or her life to go. She uses her powers of visualization, right? And you end with the Magician. So I definitely feel this reading is saying, make sure to use your powers of visualizing. You have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands, of course, could be marriage. And I do feel, you could be attracting an Emperor type person if you're the Empress. If you're the Emperor, you could be attracting the Empress, taking how it resonates. And, I do feel that there could be kind of like, I'm getting a very lucky, situation coming in for you here. But it's almost like you have to take a risk. I see that with you have this Knight of Pentacles here, and then you have this card at the end that says, spend less time worrying about your appearance. You are enough. So I feel you need to believe you are enough for a person, especially if you're already interested in a person. I feel it is safe for you to make some moves here. The Four of Wands is also a card of freedom. And, I feel that anything you can do to make yourself feel more free would be a good idea. The Four of Wands, we set ourselves free by completing something. And you also have the Two of Wands here. And then you go from Two of Wands to the Magician. Magician represents needing to have a new beginning. Even the High Priestess represents needing to have, kind of like moving towards a new beginning, having a new beginning. So I feel this is saying, the Four of Wands I look at as a finish line card. To me, it can represent a period of time where you're wrapping something up. Could be a project, a business, a place that you live, and you're just going to the next stage. And, that's what I feel is going on here, is that you're kind of like going to the next stage of life, or you're just, kind of leveling up. With the High Priestess, you have the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles is work hard, play hard. So I would make sure to balance your energy. I think everybody needs to do this right now anyway. So I think work hard, play hard is always a good idea. But let's see what we have going on for you here. With the Judgment card, you have the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is walking away from things that no longer serve you. So again, I would definitely do that. I feel like if you're holding on to anything from the past with a Judgment card, this is saying that it's not worth it. that really you're with the Eight of Cups. I love the Eight of Cups because you're walking away from something that no longer serves you, and you're walking towards the Nine of Cups. So that's what I feel here. With the Four of Wands, you have the Strength card. Yeah, I feel like you've been patiently waiting for something. You have the Strength card twice right here. And the Strength card is a card of like working on yourself. So I feel you've been doing a lot of personal work on yourself, on your emotions, on, healing and all that other good stuff. And even in the area of the unexpected, you have this time for a nap card in this by the book card. So the time for the nap card, I kind of feel it's saying you are waking up from a nap because you have the Strength card twice. And, again, the Strength card is really about kind of like personal development and working on yourself or taming your inner beast, right? And so I feel for a lot of you, you've done that. I also feel this by the book card is saying that you are kind of just focusing on what works. And I actually really like this. Normally, I'm not a big fan of this card, but I feel really good about it for you because I feel just saying that you're doing what works in life. Is that a bad thing? Hell no. So, I would keep doing what works. You have the Strength card, Queen of Cups, and the Justice card. Again, the lion here has its tail between its legs, and it is submitting to her. So it kind of says that you have been working on personal development. You've been working on taming your inner beast, your inner critic, that little voice that says you can't do things. I feel like you've been working on that with the Strength card, and I feel you're just seeing results here because we have the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is your card, and it's also a card of following your emotions. She has this big cup in front of her, and that cup, it really looks like a trophy. And it says that she values her emotions. She really trusts how she is feeling about directions in her life, and she moves in those new directions, which is what I feel you need to do is move towards your heart with the Queen of Cups. Again, I also feel that you're just showing up in a strong position here. Whenever you show up as yourself, it puts you in a position of power and strength. You have the Justice card, and like everybody else, we had that eclipse in the middle of October. I feel like you just understand what is right and what is wrong for you. And you're just paying attention to, the things that are right and things that are wrong for you. And you're putting more energy into things that are, bring balance, joy, peace, happiness, love, all that into your life. And I feel like you're taking your energy away from things that steal your energy. And by doing that, you're just bringing more good energy into your life. So love it. Let's see here. With the Strength card, you have the Four of Pentacles. I feel you need to get out of this stage, right? And, it's kind of like one of those things where I feel you have to heal. I always say that. I have a ton of spiritual friends, right? Obviously, I'm in the spiritual community, and a lot of them will always be going to healing retreats. And it's, again, not a criticism. Someone always comes at me whenever I say this. I'm like, okay, do whatever you want. Go sit in a frickin', one of those things where they light the tent on fire and you burn up inside or whatever it is, right? I don't care. Enjoy it. But what I'm saying here is eventually you have to have healed, right? So I know these people that they get into these habits of just going to 100 healing retreats every single year. And it's like, there's nothing wrong with healing. Of course not. That's not what I'm saying. So don't twist my words. Number one. Number two, it's like at a certain point, you have to have healed. You have to have done the work. And you have to move on. You have to go do the next thing. And I kind of get that energy here with the Four of Pentacles. I feel like it's saying that it's almost like you've spent enough time doing something and there's like nothing more to do. The next step is to take action, or the next step is to kind of, get some results. You have this next row is amazing. You have my favorite card, which is this Spider Spirit. It says, make your dreams real. Then you have this Bee Spirit that says, sweet results await. So, clearly there are results coming in from taking action off of what you learned. With the Queen of Cups, you have the Page of Wands. I feel there is a secret admirer here. I feel that it's probably a water sign or an earth sign. And I feel that this person is very fiery. So, again, I kind of feel this is the person right here, is like all three of these cards together. I feel that they embrace all of those energies, but, again, right now, I just see them not making a move, or it could be you, take it how it resonates. But that Knight of Pentacles really says it's time to make a move. But I feel this person's like got a fiery personality, but I kind of feel they have the, maybe they're like a Page of Cups type of person, dreamy, imaginative, perfect for a Cancer, I would say. So there you go. Here you go. Are you kidding? With the Justice card, you have the Empress. I told you that either your Emperor or your Empress was going to be coming in for you. I knew this because whenever this happens, right here, this always happens right here. So, I've seen this happen 100 times in readings over. So definitely a very balanced person coming in for you. I feel it's someone very strong, someone who probably the two of you will create a lot of abundance. Now that I'm saying this, I feel like I said this to you in your last reading as well. It's almost like you're attracting a person where it's like the two of you together really do create a lot of abundance. Like maybe that's part of the focus here. And so looks really good. Next, in the area of what's coming towards you, you have this bee spirit says sweet results await, and the spider spirit says make your dreams real. The spider is all about the story that you tell. They weave a web, right? So it seems like everybody has been getting these energies of really needing to make sure that they tell a positive story, or that the words that they use against themselves are positive. The bee spirit, of course, says sweet results await, but bees vibrate, right? It is a vibration. So I feel for a lot of you, you need to make sure that you're giving off the right vibe so that you can line up with the things that you desire. And you have the magician here. You have the Emperor, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands. The Emperor, I feel, says that it is time for you to take action. So outside of this being love, I feel a lot of you, like I said, you've been through a period of time that is complete, or it needs to complete with the Four of Pentacles. I'm not saying this is healing either, by the way. Maybe you've been working on learning how to improve your business, or you've been learning how to improve your health, or whatever it is. Doesn't matter. And I feel the Emperor is saying, now it's time to put that information that you've learned into practice, or now it's time to kind of like show the world that you've learned those lessons, right? That's almost what I'm getting here. You have the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles, of course, is slow progress. I actually feel this is progress. Normally, I do not like the Knight of Pentacles, right? To me, he has everything he needs to be successful, but he's the only knight that isn't moving. He has these empty fields behind him, which he could easily plant seeds in those fields and they would grow. And everything about him represents knowledge and wisdom. He's got these oak leaves here. Oak leaves represent knowledge and wisdom in the tarot. So basically, and he's got that gigantic ass seed in his hands. So it says that he has everything he needs to be super successful. He just needs to go plant those seeds. But I actually feel pretty good. I feel that either, this could be two people that are making progress. Like if you're not interested in love, it could just be you, of course. If you are interested in love, it's almost like two people on the same path, which Two of Cups to me is two people that are kind of on the same path, on the same journey, that are making progress. You have the Two of Wands, another card of progress. And again, I feel like you are making progress. He has a whole world in his hands, and he is getting out into the world. So I feel you are kind of getting out into the world, making changes, having new experiences. He's letting go of his old story as well. He's got this wand right here that stands on its own. So, and he's reaching forward to this new wand with the world in his hands. And it tells me that maybe you are kind of like letting go of your old story, or, whatever you want to call it, and you're kind of reaching forward to a new story or starting something new. So, let's see what is going on for you here. With the Emperor, you have the Queen of Cups again. So I feel like there's an Emperor or an Empress that is interested in you, Cancer, whatever, take it how it resonates. I feel that this is going to be a very good connection. I feel it's like very fiery, but very, kind of like very nurturing, very caring. I feel like this person, kind of like the weird thing that's popping into my head as well. I don't know if this matters to you or not, but it is popping into my head, so I have to say it. Is I think they do things to make sure they don't hurt your feelings. Maybe past people that you've been with hurt your feelings, whether they meant to or not, right? And I feel like this person really cares about your feelings. With the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Ten of Cups, yes. Definitely a solid connection. I'm telling you right now, if you have your eye on a person, or if they have their eye on you, they need to make a move. But, you have this to the Two of Cups. There is like a perfect match coming in for you. Ten of Cups is fortune after difficulty. Kind of represents good things happening after a difficult period of time. Outside of love as well, going to the Two of Cups, the Two of Cups to me is you and your higher self. And it says that you could be communicating with your higher self, or your higher self is communicating with you with through dreams, daydreams, things like that. So I feel like there could be communication coming in for you. So I would pay attention to your dreams and again, your feelings with the Queen of Cups twice. And I would pay attention to what your feelings are telling you to do, because it could be like your higher self is guiding you. With the Two of Wands, you have the Three of Wands, expansion, growth, yes. If you are attracting love, I feel like you're attracting something that is going to cause probably more expansion than anything you've experienced before, is what I see here. So I see a lot of expansion, a lot of growth, a lot of abundance, just a lot of good stuff coming up for you here. So love it. Next, in the area of the good stuff, doesn't matter what shows up here, it's going to be good no matter what. And sorry, I almost just turned this off. Let's not do that. You have this designer card that says, find creative strategies to improve your finances. I tell everyone to find creative strategies to improve their finances. You have this card that says, spend less time worrying about your appearance. You are enough. Yes, if you are worried that you're a person is too good for you, or that they wouldn't be attracted to you, I feel like they are very attracted to you. This is a very fiery reading, like I said, with that Page of Wands, I think there's desire on both sides. So, I feel like this person finds you more than attractive and wouldn't even worry about it. I also feel that the whole you are enough thing, from Marissa Peers, right? This applies to everything else. It's like a lot of the stuff that stops us from, being successful in business and everything else in life comes from our, self-image. So, I feel for a lot of you, telling yourself you are enough every single day would be very good. You have the Two of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the Magician. The Two of Cups, of course, is a perfect match. I really do feel there needs to be communication here, though. Right here, if it wants to focus, I don't know why it's not. Right here is a Staff of Hermes, which represents Mercury, and it represents communication. I feel like this person is very, these two are meant to look very different. They're meant to represent two people who kind of come from two different worlds. So I feel like there could be a very strong connection coming in for you. Someone who's very different than your usual type. And I feel there just needs to be communication. So, that's what I feel there. I also feel this could be a very strong connection, clearly. You have the Page of Cups. It looks like there is going to be an offer if you want love. And there you go. I don't know what else to say there. For the rest of you, I feel this is a dream you need to work on. He's got this fish right here, and the fish kind of represents something he is imagining, something he is dreaming of attracting into his life. But I always say he needs to grab onto that fish and bring it into reality. That fish might not exist. That might be part of his imagination. We don't really know. And I always say, like, that fish is probably something that you want to manifest or create here on Earth, and it's time to make it happen here, Cancer. You have the Magician, again, the Magician pointing down to Earth, right? So you need to bring something down to reality here, something that you're hoping to create. And he is also pointing to this card right here. Well, you can't see it, but it's this one. And here you go. You have this pearl. It says Hidden Gem. See, I'm wondering if you're undervaluing an idea you have or a direction that you'd like to move your life in. It's probably going to be much more successful than you realize. So, don't be afraid to move in new directions. Don't be afraid to, manifest something that you're trying to manifest. Let's see. With the Two of Cups, you have the King of Wands. I told you, very fiery connection. This person could have fire in their chart for sure. I'm not really getting fire, but, again, fiery connection. And I also feel they could have fire in their chart. I feel there's going to be a lot of desire here. I also feel like this is just saying that this person desires you or will desire you. So go for it. I also feel it's time for you to be bold and assertive, like all water signs. I think water in general, if you have something you want to accomplish, just go for it and make it happen. Don't worry about the obstacles and knowing all the little details and all that other stuff. Just make it happen. With the Page of Cups, you have the Four of Cups. I love this Four of Cups. This Four of Cups, these three cups are pouring into one cup. And so this is from the White Sage Tarot. And to me, it kind of says that, sorry, just dropped it. But there could be a connection coming in for you where the person really pours into you. So really good love reading if you want it. With the Magician, you have the Five of Swords. This tells me that you need to take a risk. The Five of Swords is a card of risk-taking. And, but it's the Five of Swords is coming up in the good stuff, so it's going to be good no matter what. And I feel this could be some sort of win, or you could be winning in some area of your life. So love it, Cancer. Let's see where this is going for you here, Cancer. We're going to clarify. We're going to pull 5 main themes with the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. You have this achievement cards. We see a lot of achievements here. Again, these are like sweet results that are going to be coming in from your new story. I feel that you really want to move in a new direction or create something new, and there's going to be a lot of success in whatever that is. Could be new love. Next, you have this order card. Every single person has had these cards of like order, bringing things into order or whatever. So make sure you're doing things in order. Don't jump ahead. Don't skip steps is what I feel like this is saying. It's like usually if we're working on a big project, for example, it's not the like super important stuff we forget. It's always like the little things that mess everything up, right? So I kind of feel, I don't know, at least that's what it is for me. It's like never the super important stuff that really matters. It's always like the tiny little things that I forget, So make sure not to forget the tiny little stuff and whatever you're working on. You have this idealism card. I would be careful of perfection. I have seen a lot of these cards of perfection. There are several cards in this deck that kind of represent the same thing. They all represent trying to be perfect. And I feel like this is saying, don't try to be perfect. There is no such thing as perfection. And perfection is the enemy of progress. You have this detachment card. I feel like you need to detach from outcomes. It's almost like here with a person. If you're interested in a person, it's almost like you could be too attached to, like, what happens if I tell this person I like them or whatever. But I think the answer is you're never going to know if you don't do it. And that, to me, not knowing would drive me crazier than knowing, right? So I always encourage people to, open up and say something. And people always, well, of course, I think most of them are troll comments, but they'll be like, I told this person I love them and they said that they didn't like me. I'm like, well, first off, you had the guts to do it, right? So you should pat yourself on the back for that. And number two, that's life, right? But you did it. You had the guts to do it. That is 10 times better than what most people do, which is they hide and they say nothing. So, again, you are a much stronger person. So I encourage you to have the guts to do it no matter what. You have this vision card. What's crazy to me, by the way, is that you have the sun in Capricorn, sun in Aquarius, sun in Pisces. So it could be a Capricorn, Aquarius, or a Pisces that's coming in for you. But also, this vision card is about maintaining your vision, which I think is super critical at this point, I think, for everyone. We all need to have a big idea in life something to do, right? Could be anything. And yes, it doesn't matter if it seems impossible or not. It just has to be something that we would love to accomplish. And we need to maintain that vision. We need to think about it, plan it, ask questions about it. And if we do that, you never know. Again, if there was ever a time where you could accomplish the impossible, it's right now. Neptune and Pisces. Neptune and Pisces is, take your wildest dreams, multiply it by 1,000, 10,000, and maybe you don't actually accomplish your 10,000x dream, but maybe you accomplish your 100 times better than what you wanted, or 10 times better, right? That is better than what you originally wanted. So I encourage people to have those wild dreams and then start taking the steps to get there. It doesn't mean you're actually going to get to that wildest dream, but you might get close. So I like this. This looks good. Thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.